Have you ever stopped to think about how two of the smallest words in the English language, I'm fine, can hide some of the biggest, most complicated feelings we have? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the psychology of I'm fine.
So let's just dive right in with the big question. Why is I'm fine pretty much the most popular lie we tell each other and ourselves? It's like this automatic reflex, even when everything inside us is screaming that we are definitely not fine.
Because, let's be real, it's not really an answer, is it? It's more like a performance. It's a line from a script we all learned a long, long time ago, and we know exactly when to say it. You see this all the time at work, right? Your coworker is buried under a mountain of paperwork. You can practically see the stress radiating off them. But when you ask, I'm fine, just a busy day, it's an instant wall. Or maybe you hear it from a friend. They've been a little distant, a little quiet. You know something's up, you can feel it. But when you try to reach out, you get this. Honestly, I'm fine. It's like a polite but firm do not enter sign.
And, we're all guilty of doing it to ourselves. You could be sitting in a doctor's office feeling awful, but when they ask how you are, you just downplay everything. It's a habit that is just so deeply ingrained in us. And that leads to this huge paradox, doesn't it? As human beings, we are literally hardwired to connect with each other, to seek support. So why is it that in the exact moments we need a bridge the most, our first instinct is to build a wall? Let's get into the psychology behind it. To really understand what's going on inside our heads, I want you to picture something. Imagine you're at a pool, and you're trying to hold a big, inflatable beach ball completely underwater. See, the fancy psychological term for what we're doing is emotional suppression. And this isn't a passive thing. This is an active, conscious effort to shove our true feelings down so no one else can see them.
And that's where our beach ball comes in. Your real feelings, the anxiety, the sadness, the stress, that's the beach ball, and it desperately wants to float to the surface. Saying I'm fine is the act of pushing it down, trying with all your might to keep the surface of the water looking smooth and calm. And all that constant effort, that nonstop pushing, it takes a ton of energy. There's a name for this. It's called emotional labor. And let me tell you, it is absolutely exhausting work. Now, as if that wasn't hard enough, our modern world, especially our digital world, has basically built a giant global stage for this performance and cranked up the spotlights on all of us. I mean, just think about your social media feeds. They're highlight reels, aren't they? It's all the amazing vacations, the big promotions, the happy, smiling faces. What you don't see are the struggles, the self-doubt, or just the plain old bad days.
This whole system creates this really powerful feedback loop. You post something positive, you get rewarded with likes and comments. But if you share something vulnerable, you might get crickets, or even worse, a bunch of unsolicited, unhelpful advice. In this world of quick scrolls and surface-level chats, I'm fine just becomes the path of least resistance.
Okay, so what's the big deal? What's the actual price we're paying for all this hiding? What's the real toll of holding that beach ball underwater day after day?
Well, the cost is actually staggering. For us personally, research shows that all that suppression leads to way more stress, more anxiety, and can even cause real physical health problems. And for our relationships, it's a dead end. It blocks any chance of real intimacy because you can't truly connect with someone who won't let you see who they are.
And this, right here, is the most important takeaway. We think saying, I'm fine, is a shield. We use it to protect ourselves, to avoid being a burden. But over time, that shield you're holding up for protection, it becomes your prison. It walls you off, trapping you in isolation.
So how do we break out of that prison? Well, the good news is you don't have to suddenly pour your heart out to everyone you meet. It all starts with one small, tiny, manageable step toward being just a little more honest. So instead of that automatic, I'm fine, maybe try something that's a little more true, but still feels safe. Something like, it's been a tough day, but I'm hanging in there. Or, honestly, a bit overwhelmed, but thanks for asking. It's a tiny crack in the wall, an opening for a real connection to begin. So we'll leave you with this to think about. The next time you feel those words, I'm fine, coming up, just take a half-second pause and ask yourself, what's the truth I'm trying to hold underwater right now?